put $10 on Derrick Henry scoring a touchdown.
Yeah.
Big payout. There's a pretty solid chunk of your money gone when he doesn't.
It's a lot.
Anyways, we're through week 8 of the NFL season.
We are through week
That used
8.
to be like the halfway point, right? But now we have an extra game. So we're like in this mid zone.
Thinking there's an extra game and an extra bye? Or no, everyone still gets one bye?
I think everyone just gets one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just an extra week.
Which is ours next week. Are you low-key sad?
Low-key sad, but I'm happy we got a win.
We got the win before the bye.
To go into the bye,
Yep, and then we got Montgomery gets an extra week now.
And then Gibbs finally had his breakout game. Like if he can continue that going in and then have that double-headed horse of Montgomery and Gibbs.
I don't want to use him that much, man.
No, we don't have to use him that much, but we get Montgomery back is what I'm saying. And then Gibbs now has the confidence that he knows he can break one out anytime. And then Montgomery as the workhorse getting those tough yards.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's one thing that Gibbs lacked on was like
confidence.
For sure getting the short like 1 yard gain on like a 3rd and 1.
He's terrible at it.
Yeah, and that's what we got Montgomery for.
Yeah.
And then you got the change of pace with Gibbs, and I think he can break one off.
I think it should be
anytime.
Like a 70-30 split.
60-40.
I think Montgomery can break one off as well.
I like 60-40.
And
you got to get them both touches, and Gibbs is great in the receiving game.
You said something about Tony Pollard in episode 1, like he like squirted it out, or he can squirt out like a 60-yard. Or like I forgot how you said it, but that's Montgomery. I think he's underrated, but he is my dog.
He's a dog.
And we're just saying that because of who we have in fantasy.
Yeah, exactly. I got Gibbs, you got Montgomery. We both need him to do well.
Yeah, for sure. But you know what's more important than all that? Lions W's, and we got it this week. We got it.
6-2 now?
I would say
6-2.
That, you know, I know we heard a lot of, like, you beat North Carolina.
Yeah.
And then now we beat the Raiders. Yeah, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
We got their coach fired.
Yeah, we got their coach fired.
Yeah, they lost us, and then they fired that coach.
Yeah.
That's like, yeah, we should have won it, but we won it so much that they fired their head coach.
Mm-hmm. And I did see something that, is it Max Crosby? I think
the
defensive
Eastern
guy.
Michigan guy.
Yeah, and he said like he was pissed that Detroit didn't pick him up in his draft. Like he was overlooked like 3 times.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So he played it hard.
Yeah, so he was
watching
really into that game and really wanted to win that game.
Yeah, he was playing hard. I was a little nervous.
It's like, hey, if you want to go to the Lions, dude, I'm down for you to be at the Lions.
I think he went too hard in the first couple quarters, and then he kind of was like,
fizzled out, burned out,
like tired, or something. I don't know what happened there because the second half was all Lions to me.
Yeah,
I don't think the Raiders really put up a fight there. They took that L, which, you know, hey, I was there. I've been there last year. Second L's to the Raiders.
Yeah.
I don't know if we actually played them, but
I
the analogy, like we would take an L's to teams that I don't know what I'm going at.
I don't know where the analogy is
going. You
suck,
Raiders. You suck. Sorry. Sucks to suck. Maybe next year. Suck.
Get a better quarterback. You got rid of Carr for Garoppolo. That's on you.
Everybody. Who do they got, dude? Jacoby Myers? Devontae Adams wants out. I'm surprised he wasn't traded.
Then you got...
to go follow his best buddy, Derek Carr. I'm just kidding. I'm just playing. I'm really glad you left Green Bay. I'll give you that. I think... do
you think he'd do well with Jordan Love?
Yeah, I think so.
I think he would too.
I think Green Bay would still be in contention. But the NFC North pretty much belongs to the Lions because of the big injury, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah, I do kind of feel bad for Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins
is finally hitting his stride again this year.
East Lansing quarterback. He's a Michigander.
He's a
born in Holland, I think.
Yep.
So pretty close to where we're at.
Yep.
To where we're at.
To where we at.
And, you know, shouts out to Kirk Cousins. Hope you can come back.
Hope you get better.
I really hope this isn't his last season. I know he's a dad. He's a family man. You know,
I don't think it's going to be his last season. I think it might be his last season at Minnesota, though.
You think he's going to get traded?
Yeah, because they were even talking about that early on in the beginning of the season.
It was, yeah. I mean, I don't think anyone... And I remember his interview. He was like, I'm not focused on that. I haven't heard anything. I don't say anything about it. Like, he just...
just play your game. I mean, that's kind of what you have to do in that situation. I feel like
it's just talk, you know. It's the October 31st trade deadline, and everyone's like, Derrick Henry's going to get traded. And
Yeah, but I guess I don't know how long his contract is.
Oh,
how many more years he has?
Yeah.
Because I mean, if he has 1 year left, maybe they play him next year and then try to get rid of him. I don't know. They just haven't been super happy with Kirk Cousins, even though he's played well for him.
I feel like you can't. I mean, they got Justin Jefferson. That's the argument. Like, you got Justin Jefferson, you should probably make it further in the playoffs. At least last year. Last
year that was a big flop.
It was just like a fraud team. So I could see why they'd be disappointed, but I don't think they should trade Kirk Cousins. I don't think that's the answer. I think they need a run game, to be honest.
Yeah, they do. They got rid of Dalvin Cook. Yeah, because they thought Alexander Mattison would do the same exact thing.
Yeah, I don't know. They should invested some draft capital. They got Cam Akers now. We'll see if that helps. But what I've been curious about is, do you think Matt Stafford's gonna sign one of those 1-day contracts for Detroit to retire with us?
That would be dope.
I feel like
I would do it.
I
would be fine with it.
Why would you want to retire with the LA Rams?
Yeah. No, you got to.
He's a Detroit boy.
He's a Detroit boy.
He's putting up numbers too. I'm proud of Matty.
Mm-hmm.
So last week, did any games surprise you? Anything you individually bet on or just was interested in? Anything pop up?
I mean, the thing that interested me was the Eagles and Washington. Washington has just surprised me this year with how many points they can put up. And Sam Howell's just playing
out of his mind.
Yeah, out of his mind.
4 touchdowns, right? Yeah, ridiculous. He's
just insane.
The 8th ranked quarterback or something.
Yeah, I think 8th ranked quarterback. I just picked him up in one of my fantasy leagues because that game
was not that surprising to me. I knew it was going to be close. Divisional rivals, they know each other pretty well. A few weeks ago they played too, and it was another close game.
Yeah,
it wasn't a blowout by any means. What confuses me about that game is that they got rid of some key defensive players before the trade deadline. It feels like
they got rid of Chase Young and then Montez Sweat, maybe one other one too.
That was their foundation of their defense.
Yeah, I don't know why they got rid of them. And they're 3-5.
They're not. They
aren't out of the conversation. I don't think
they
should.
Yeah, give up. But it just feels like they rolled over and gave up for this year.
Yeah.
And what did they get, a 3rd-round pick for Chase?
Yeah, it wasn't anything.
Could nobody else offer up a 3rd-round pick?
I know the Lions should have done
somebody to compliment Hutch.
Please,
that'd be
Hutchinson
crazy.
Just gets double teamed or triple teamed the entire game. He has no shot.
Another D end, and we are making it to the Super Bowl.
We should have gotten Max Crosby.
But did you see who we did get?
Oh, DPJ.
Donovan Peoples-Jones. Man for the people, by the people, of the people.
Of the people.
Jones.
I think he'll be good. I don't know what his role is going to be necessarily.
I think he takes over Marvin Jones' spot.
Yeah, but Marvin Jones.
Deep threat.
He would get 2-3 catches a game.
I'm thinking special teams even. Just
I don't know if he was doing it this year or not, but I know he did in the past. He would be a punt returner.
Yeah, I think he'd be a good punt returner for us. And then depth, because Jared Goff likes to spread the ball.
He does. And I think he'll get used. It's just kind of in what capacity. Because you do have Amon-Ra, who's always going to get his touches. And then Jameson Williams are going to throw a couple deep shots at him. And then you have Reynolds, who is teammates with Jared Goff.
Yep, in L.A.
And they throw the ball to him a lot. So DPJ is going to be fighting for targets.
But it seems
and then you got Sam Laporta too.
One of those 3 wide receivers is always questionable or is not really playing.
I'm not mad about the move, and it's not. I don't think we traded anything. We traded a 2026 pick, 5th round pick or something.
Yeah, something. Yeah. Did you see any trade that piqued your betting or fantasy interest?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, the 2 main ones were just Washington giving up on their defense for some reason,
right,
and then
exactly.
DPJ coming over.
I saw Josh Dobbs went to Minnesota to replace Kirk Cousins, but I think more importantly to me, Trey McBride blew up last week, and he's gonna have an upgraded quarterback in Kyler Murray, I think, personally. So that's something to watch out for.
That could help Hollywood Brown.
I think, Hollywood Brown's going to do a tad bit better. I know I betted on him one week, and you were like, well, that's out of pocket for you.
That's because of how bad those bets Cardinals
are coming
back.
Bro. They're coming back. No, Cardinals beat Dallas's defense way back.
Dallas just hit or miss, though.
Yeah, that's true. But still, it ain't nothing. It's something.
It is something.
Other than that, yeah, nothing really jumped out at me. I was waiting for Derrick Henry to be traded. I've kept TJ Spears, and on my bench for a long time in other leagues, hoping that Derrick Henry would get traded to the Ravens. But no. The two teams that the Chiefs lost to are the Lions and the Broncos. I like it.
I like seeing that.
I like it.
And they haven't looked great this year.
They're not.
They're just like barely scraping by.
They're not a team to be intimidated by. I'll say it.
No, they aren't. Hey, I feel like Mahomes is just lost now.
Leave a comment if you disagree. And I'm just going to ignore the comment because you've been lied to.
You've been lied to.
And I'm right.
Mahomes is not the GOAT.
But, hey, big football to come in Week 9. And we're here to tell you who to bet on and who to start. Not really who to start. Yates and Mike Clay will tell you who to start. You should watch Fantasy Focus. Give them a like, subscribe, follow, and then come over here for the betting because we're putting 2-2 together.
Mm-hmm.
You made big money.
2-2. I made big money.
I
made big money.
Big money.
For the first time in all of our experience betting off of Fantasy Focus, Field Yates finally hit a featured player.
Kind of crushed. Oh, yeah. Both parlays.
Both parlays hit, but for the first time, my featured player hasn't happened. So I bet CeeDee Lamb, 5 receptions, a touchdown, 50 receiving yards.
40-something fantasy points.
Yeah. He killed it.
CeeDee Lamb woke up.
He woke up. And then, my team parlay plus 70-9. I put $2 on that, and it got me back $17.78.
Dang.
So
2-17.
That really helped a lot. And then on my individual bets, I was 3 out of 5.
That's a plus 800 parlay there.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. That feels good to hit.
Yep.
That released a little dopamine there.
It did.
My featured player kind of let me down. He was supposed to catch the ball in the end zone, and that's football.
That's football.
He didn't do that.
Josh Allen threw the ball.
He threw the ball.
But
Diggs caught some balls.
But not the ball,
Not enough balls.
Not enough balls.
So, whatever. But we'll dive more into that after a short break from our
sponsor, Prime.
All right. So anyone following our bets since the beginning of this channel knows that it's every other week.
We've had some ups and we've had some downs.
It goes Eric, it goes Calvin, it goes Eric, it goes Calvin, it goes Eric, which he turned $18 to $40. That's nothing to sneeze at. But it's going to swing back to me, is all I'm saying.
You think next week is going to be your shot?
I think it's we take turns with it.
We have been taking turns.
But 18 to 40 is the biggest.
That's the biggest leap. Neither of us have had $40 in our account from these bets.
Exactly. And that's both parlays hitting.
Yep. My 7-legger and my featured player, and then 3 out of my 5 individual bets.
And you've been at 3 out of 5.
Unreal.
Yeah. You've been at 3 out of 5. So that's like what the difference was the featured player and the 7-legger. So take us through those.
So for the 7-legger, I use the same team that I use.
The 7 what?
Legger.
Oh. Sorry, I misheard that. Lego.
So for my 7-leg parlay.
Okay.
I use the same team I've been using for quite a while. Yates out the gates.
Yep. That's the best team in our league.
It's the best team in our league, and I just have to use them. Trevor Lawrence, 200-plus passing yards.
Okay.
That's what I bet on. Travis Etienne, 40-plus rushing yards.
It's a lock.
A.J. Brown, 5-plus receptions.
The best wide receiver in the NFL right now. I'll say it.
Jalen Hurts, over 1.5 touchdowns.
Jalen Hurts?
That was a mistake bet on my part. It should have been Kyle Pitts.
Whoa.
But I would have hit the Kyle Pitts one, too, because I would have just done 2 receptions and he got 3.
Whoa, I would have, should have, could have there. Hold up. Hold up.
Okay, you could debate that.
Is Field Yates really better than Mike Clay?
Yeah, I still have Jalen Hurts on my other teams.
I
bet he wasn't my passing yards in my individual bets.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
And
I
then
guess you did get that. Was that
you could
posted
argue
for
that
everyone to see last episode?
Yeah.
Obviously, I didn't watch that episode.
But you could argue that Jalen Hurts passing over 1.5 touchdowns is a little bit riskier than Kyle Pitts getting 2 receptions.
Nah. What?
Yes.
I'll argue that all day.
So then my next one was Tyreek Hill, 6+ receptions.
The cheetah. Shoot.
The Jetta.
Yeah. Can we cut that somehow? Is there a way to cut that so you don't hear me say that?
Yeah, we could possibly cut that.
Okay.
Then
the cheetah.
Say it one more time.
The cheddar.
You got to get that cheddar.
The cheddar getting cheetah.
And then I got Isaiah Pacheco for the 40+ yards. And then
by the skin on
he got 40 yards.
By the hair on his nuts.
40 yards.
He got that.
And then Keenan Allen 50+ yards. And that took my $2 and turned it to $17.78.
$17.78. He says that here today with chess, but I just want the viewers to know. He texted me before Keenan Allen played and said, what did you say? What did you text me?
I said, do I cash out?
Can I cash out? And I said, for you, for the viewers, for everyone that's watching this recap, how many views we get on our last video?
6.
My 6 guys right here. For you, I said, nah, we ain't cashing out.
We ain't cashing out.
We ain't do that. That's some wuss move right there. But, I'm curious on what the 6 people that watch this think. Is cashing out worth it? Do you think in the long run, cashing out is worth it? Betting to cash out or cashing out when you're lucky? Whatever. All of it lumped into one. Do you cash out? Do you not cash out? I want to hear it in the comments because it's a tough decision. Yeah. But I thought Keenan Allen was a lock, so I was like, nah, don't cash out.
Yeah, don't cash out. I think if everyone had played and hit besides Isaiah Pacheco, cashing out might have been worth it.
Yeah. Or like
but like
Jalen Hurts. Allen.
Yeah. Over 1.5 touchdowns. He got 4.
Or Kyle Pitts or whoever, Yeah. Sometimes it does.
It depends on the player left.
To me,
if it's the riskiest player, maybe you cash out.
To me, I'll take the L, but also the dub and being able to screenshot that and text that to Jonah and just let him know I'm making more money than you. It feels good. It's like a whole, it's worth it to not cash. Because when you cash out and screenshot it, it's not the same as letting it ride.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, and then my other bets that I won was Jordan Addison, 70+ yards, Jalen Hurts, 250+ passing yards, and Adam Thielen, which you kind of gave me crap for, 7+ receptions. Yep, and he got that. I think he got 8.
So. That's a lot. I'm just saying you go with the 4.5.
Yeah.
That's your thing.
5 is my number that I usually go for, but I went off of previous stats that he's gotten.
Well, that's beautiful, man.
Thank you.
You crushed it.
So how did you
18 to 40. So I'm coming off a big dub, so I had $30 to work with while you're 18.
Yep.
Which is why I was saying, like, I took the dub. Now you took the dub.
Mm-hmm.
I took the L, guys. If you followed me on
Instagram,
T Higgins, bet. Yeah, follow me on Instagram. No, I don't have. You have the Instagram. I have the Twitter. Follow me on the Twitter if you want some actual good content. Anyways,
the content that I send to him.
The content that I haven't posted yet. But if you follow me on the T Higgins, I just had it was a gut feeling. It was just kind of out of nowhere. I was like, he's going to catch balls. Otherwise, he's probably going to get traded.
Yeah.
So he did. He showed up. I think it was like 4.5 catches. He had it.
5.
And then Joe Burrow, I just felt like a bounce back for the Bengals, which if this is anything like last season, stock up on the Bengals. If you're playing fantasy football, like Joe Mixon should be cheap. Jamar Chase shouldn't be as hard to trade for as like Tyreek or
AJ Brown, Stephon Diggs, any of those
Travis,
guys.
Yeah, exactly. So like I think once they get going, they're going.
Yep.
So I'm and you'll see that with my future bets because I don't have any Bengals. Never mind. Cut that part. And then I had Joe Burrow passing yards. He crushed it. He's just flinging them everywhere. And then the L's I took were Breece Hall because I had him for rushing. He had great receiving yards. Michael Pittman, he scored a touchdown. Barely fell short of the 50-something yards I needed for him. And then my big L was Derrick Henry.
Yeah, that one hurt.
I put $10 on him scoring a touchdown. Never happened. D-Hop decided he needed 3. I just thought with Will Levis in there, it was going to be like a run scripted offense. It wasn't, but we learn. We live, we learn.
It's hard to tell with like a quarterback that you haven't seen before how it's going to factor in.
You kind of assume that they're going to rely on the run game.
Yeah.
Like right now in my personal fantasy leagues, I see that Kirk Cousins is out, and this new quarterback's coming in. I like Cam Akers. I like Alexander Madison.
Because you think they're going to run the ball a lot just to simplify the offense.
Just to simplify, yeah, exactly. And
that's why I chose, who are they playing this week?
Minnesota?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't remember. Anyway, I picked up the defense that's going against Minnesota.
That's smart.
Yep.
Well, what's that defense?
I think it's Atlanta. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Okay.
Who's good and bad, but against
whatever, man. I lost. Will Levis is a beast. I picked him up in just 3 of my 20 leagues. I finally got him. I believe in him because his debut was 4 touchdowns, and he eats bananas with the banana peel, or is he the guy that puts mayonnaise in his coffee?
I don't know.
He might do both.
Both of those things are insane.
It's psychotic, but I think he does one or the other. Fact check me.
You got D-Hop.
You're not doing anything. Fact check me while I talk about how poorly I did last week. And then my 7-legger, I was trying to turn 50 cents into like $100, so it was like a plus 20,000.
Then we get the extra credit bets.
I was close. I think I just missed two of the legs, and it is what it is. That's my strategy. My 7-leg is going to be a 50-cent bet, and I'm hoping none of my viewers are going to be pissed to lose 50 cents, but I'm trying to make your 50 cents $100. That's my goal. You turned what? $2 to 17?
2 to 17.
That's fun. That's good. That's smart.
But I was also down to $18, and you had $30 to work.
Exactly. That's why you got to start going for the guy that has less money to bet, because he's going to be more conservative.
Yes.
And that's why we're flipping back and forth, I think. Mm-hmm. And then my 3-legger.
Yeah, we get money, and then we go big.
Yeah, exactly. And viewers, pay attention. Don't do that. Stick to the script.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's easier said than done. Obviously, we can't script.
I know. I'm already thinking about what I'm going to do with my $40. Yeah. Like, how am I going to
the distribution of it? You're like, I'm going to put $10 on Derrick Henry scoring a touchdown.
Yeah.
Big payout. There's a pretty solid chunk of your money gone when he doesn't. And you're back to $19. Anyways, my last L was the guy that was supposed to catch the ball. He didn't catch enough balls in the right area, and Josh Allen threw the ball. I took the L. But it's going to be a bounce back. It's going to be a bounce back because I'm going back to my roots. I'm going back to being conservative. I'm voting for Donald Trump here, JK. But you know what I'm saying. I'm right-winged this week to get me back to $30 because I'm not down to the 18.
No, you're at,
which is nice.
You're at what, 19?
I'm 19.29. It's still like $1.29 profit on
the
past 2 weeks. But I'm not gonna play it like I have $40.
You're gonna play it like you have $19.
Yeah, exactly. So what I'm doing here is I'm taking all of the locks. Okay. Which is an overused word. I'm sick of hearing it now. Now we started this podcast. Yeah, because I think we say it so much, like our phones are picking up on it. So I'm like, my reels, my everything is about locks, and I hear these amateurs,
freaking amateurs,
stupid amateurs that just started their podcast this year.
They don't know anything that they're talking about.
Exactly.
We have analysts that we follow very strictly.
Professionals
that we follow.
They are not tied to Vegas at all.
No. They got their own things that they follow.
They say things like fade the public or what else? Like, we made money. Whatever. Throw that away. That's not important. Follow us. Don't follow them. Anyways, my analysts, Mike Clay, has told me the locks, the actual locks, the only locks you need to pay attention to this week are Jonathan Taylor, 76 yards.
Okay. Ooh, okay. You don't think Zach Moss is going to take anything away from that?
Dude. Shut up while I'm talking.
All right. I'm just letting you know the risks.
Zach Moss, dude. Shut up. Zach Moss was there as an interim player.
He got a TD.
Nah. Yeah, whatever. Give him his TD.
All right.
If you want grind it out, break out, big runs, it's gonna be Jonathan Taylor.
Okay.
If you think Zach, dude, I'll bet you $100 right now Zach Moss doesn't score nearly.
This is already
that's right.
Rich enough for me.
Okay. Travis Kelce, 85 yards, easy money.
Wait, now I'm curious what the bet was gonna be.
We got Lamar Jackson, 232 passing yards. That's good.
Okay, easy money. Do you know
Amari
who they're playing?
Cooper, yeah. Ravens are playing.
Seattle.
Yeah, Seahawks. It's going to be a shootout. So, Lamar Jackson's going to have to toss the ball. 232 yards. I think that's a lock. Amari Cooper, 4 receptions is what Mike Clay's projecting him. He can do that.
Is it Deshaun Watson starting this week or...
Who cares, man? They're both the same guy. They're both the same guy.
Doesn't matter who they start.
They're both mid, but their offense and defense, I think, are good. So,
yeah, that's fair.
They almost beat Seattle, and now it's the Ravens playing Seattle.
I think Amari Cooper 4 receptions, very good.
And then I'm doubling down. I lost $10 on a Derrick Henry touchdown last week, and this is what you do as a bettor. When you don't get it last week, you bet on it again this week.
Oh.
That's a rule that I just made up, but it's a rule.
That's a rule. I've done that plenty of times.
$10 last week. I'm betting the whole 1929. If this podcast allowed it, I would do it. But
I could see you putting another 10 on there.
Yeah, I'm gonna do $10
Slap
of
it on.
podcast money, and then I'm gonna do another $10 of my own money, which in reality is all just my own money. But I'm gonna do that because Derrick Henry is scoring a touchdown this week against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mark my words.
Okay.
Mark my words. This is it. My 7-legger is going to be Clado. It's a good team. If you haven't seen it, follow my Twitter. I'll post the team. And then my 3-legger is none other than Rachaad White. Touchdown, passing yards, rushing yards.
Okay.
That is my 3-legger, and it's because Tampa Bay has an easy matchup, in my opinion.
Tampa Bay has been decent this season so far. I guess I haven't paid attention to what Rachaad White has done at all.
They've been decent. They were the Thursday night game last week, and personally, I won bags on Rachaad White.
Yeah, and they get
he didn't get the tutty.
A few extra day rest.
I don't think he got the tutty, but from Thursday to Sunday, they got a little bit more time to prep, and it's against the Texans. Texans are a good team because of their offense. I don't think their defense is anything to be scared of. Should be a shootout in my mind.
Yeah.
Also,
let Rachaad White run the ball.
The Panthers and the Texans should have been a shootout too, so
yeah,
it makes me a little nervous.
There's also just 2 bad teams going against each other.
I think Tampa Bay and I think Bucs are going to crush the Texans, but it's going to be a shootout. So I'm going Rachaad White as my feature player. I know I got Stephon Diggs, I got Travis Kelce, I got CMC. I don't got CMC. He's on a bye. But you know what I'm saying, I got all these guys. Rachaad White is my little diamond in the rough.
All right. I
can get behind it. Boo thing.
Little boo thing.
No, I'm just kidding. That's not me.
It's a little song.
But them's is the bets. Quarterback's got to throw the ball. Wide receiver got to catch the ball. Running back got to run the ball. And we got football.
Now, does that translate to money?
Maybe.
We'll find out.
No, it will because it's my turn now to make money.
All right. Yeah, but I feel like I also got some locks. I'm actually not too excited about my bets.
Oh.
I'm excited about some of my bets. But I'll start with my individual.
Okay.
So I got for my rushing yards.
Oh, sorry.
Isaiah Pacheco.
He barely got it for you last week on the 7-legger.
Yeah. But I'm going to double down on it. I think he didn't have that great of a performance. Their offense did not play well. They're going against Miami. They're going to have to put up points if they want to compete.
They are.
So they're going to have to use Pacheco a little bit, and he's only projected 48 yards.
I like that. That's a shootout game to me.
Yeah.
I think that is scripted to be a shootout. Take that as you will. That's my projection there.
Yep. So I think their offense is going to have a bounce back.
I think you can bet on both teams for that game, and people are going to have yards.
Yep. And then for my receptions, I'm going back to Adam Thielen for another 7 receptions.
So I'm going back to giving you crap.
It's against Indianapolis, though.
Colts have a good defense.
No, they don't. They just let off a ton of points. I don't remember against who, but
the Saints. It was a shootout against the Saints.
And the Saints weren't that great.
Saints have a good defense as well.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I think either way, Bryce Young will throw the ball to Adam Thielen. And then for my receiving yards,
count on that.
Terry McLaurin.
Really?
They're playing New England.
Out of the woodworks.
Yeah.
Scary Terry.
Scary Terry.
The Halloween theme.
Sam Howell, dude, he got me feeling good about like this Washington offense. And they just sold like two of their best defensive linemen, so they're going to have to throw it. They're going to have to put up points.
I think they're giving up for the year. I think that was their sign of rolling over, belly up.
Which makes no sense to me because they were only 3-5. But anyway,
because you're a Lion, dude, and you know that 3-5 is good for us. But for other organizations, 3-5 is very bad. They're playing the Patriots.
Yeah, they're playing the Patriots, and he's projected 75 yards.
Okay,
I feel like that's doable. Passing yards going back to Jalen Hurts
against the Cowboys.
269 yards.
So you got that one written down. That is one that you have that you're gonna bet.
Yeah,
you're not gonna add it to another parlay though.
I mean, there might be some user error that goes on. I'm
not
making any promises for these future bets.
I want everyone to tell you because you're up a lot this week, and pattern shows that
I'm probably going to put $10 on that one.
Okay.
And then DeAndre Swift touchdown. So I'm relying on the Eagles to have another good game against Dallas.
You're going Eagles hard.
Yes. And that's kind of why it works.
This is my thing. That's
kind of why it worries me, because they played so well.
So everyone here knows I'm the producer of It's a Lock.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Because my creative genius mind, right?
The creative juices be flowing.
Hold up, yeah. If I was a producer of the NFL, this is a pattern I picked up on. Like,
Dallas would win.
Chiefs crush Denver. Makes sense. Then next time they face each other, the Denver Broncos crush the Chiefs. You see how that brings in views? As a producer, all I'm thinking about is how am I going to get the most? How am I going to turn these 6 viewers into 12 viewers? And that's...
By making outlandish comments?
No. Well, Legger, please.
Deleted footage to be seen soon.
I am saying, as an NFL producer, which I'm not, I'll never be. Maybe.
Only time will tell.
Would make it so that the Eagles crush the Cowboys, but then the revenge game, you know what I'm saying? You know where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
Cowboys crushing the Eagles. That's what I would do as a producer. And I am the producer, but I'm not the producer. So I'm just producing things that would help you deuce the pros.
Okay, so I see what you're saying. You're saying according to what you think the script should be is that this week the Eagles go in and crush Dallas. And then the next time they meet, it's going to be, two playoff-worthy teams going at it again. Dallas wants their revenge.
No, they've already played.
Oh, so they have already played?
It's time for Dallas to get their revenge, is what I'm saying.
Okay. So I could see that. Like, I guess the one thing that was worrying me was with the Eagles having such a good week last week. They might fall a little flat against Dallas, but then Dallas also had a really great week last week.
Listen.
And their defense always flops, like the following week after a monster week.
Eagles did not have a great week, dude. You can't say that. They almost lost to the Washington Redskins.
Yeah, but they put up 38 points.
Commander, please.
They put up 38 points. That's a good offensive output, which is what I need. I don't really care about their defense.
They gave up 31 if they let a lot of points
up, it doesn't matter because I just need Jalen Hurts to throw 269 passing yards. So if they're behind, just let them throw the ball.
I don't see it. I want to speak up right now because I want your viewers to follow you on the Adam Thielen, on the Isaiah
Pacheco. You don't like any of them. You don't like any of them. Listen. You don't.
Listen, if patterns continue the way they are, fade all those, follow these. I'm telling you right now, Jonathan Taylor is going to do better than D. All right,
Swift. What do you think about this one? My featured player.
Okay.
Tyreek Hill.
All right. I can't.
You can't deny that.
Nah, I can't knock Tyreek Hill. The cheddar cheater. No, I'm just kidding. He's not a cheater.
No, he's not a cheater. He did just break Kellen Johnson's record, though.
That sucks.
I know. I do hate that.
If you put them, like, next to each other, and you're like, which one of these broke the other one's record.
Yeah. You looked at Megatron, bro.
Yeah. I don't know. Listen, Slay, what do you think? He said yeah.
Yeah, and then for my team parlay, I don't like this one. I had to switch it up because Yates at the gates, Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne, both have buys.
They got the buys.
I don't have another quarterback to fill in that spot.
So
I had to switch up my team.
You might as well accept the second L.
I don't like any other teams that I got on there.
Which, for those of you who aren't completely involved in watching the Instagram, Twitter reels, whatever they're called, it goes 7-1. Field Yates out the gates.
Yep.
And then 5-3 are all Clay teams. The only 5-3 teams are Clay, and then it goes to 500 or whatever.
Yep. So for my team parlay, I chose Yates to jack you, just because I didn't have many other options.
I mean, the buys get you.
The buys get you, and then
this is the thing. This is the thing. When you're
other teams just kind of suck, and I don't want to bet on those players.
When you're deciding next year, because if your whole thing this year is like, I'm gonna watch this channel, and decide I'm going Clay or I'm going Yates. I just want you to know that neither of those guys are thinking about buys, because
So for my quarterback,
it's a family friendly.
My quarterback that I have to bet on is Daniel Jones.
Okay.
Probably do rushing yards.
You think he's gonna play?
We'll find out. I don't have another quarterback for that league.
Good.
I don't think.
Like, you should pick some outlandish picks just in case they get voided.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
All of them get voided except for one. I don't mind. There's two players that I really don't want to bet on. So Daniel Jones is the first one. My second one is Miles Sanders.
Chris Olave?
He's mid. But he is on this team.
Okay.
But I got Miles Sanders on this team, who I don't even know if I'm going to be able to bet on him. Just because Chuba Hubbard is kind of taking that up. So, yeah, so Daniel Jones, Miles Sanders, and I got Bijan Robinson, Adam Thielen, CeeDee Lamb, Mark Andrews, and Chris Olave.
Okay, this is my thing. CeeDee Lamb's not going back-to-back. There's not one time in his career where he's ever posted a good fantasy output and then did it again the next week.
Well,
I've had him in my dynasty
finally
league.
Throwing it to him, you know?
No, I've had him in my dynasty league for a couple years now, and it's just never.
You're telling me I can't put 50 yards on CeeDee Lamb and he's not going to hit that?
No, he's Devontae Adams last week who hit one catch for 11 yards. He can do that.
That's the Raiders, bro.
No, he can dud like that. What do you mean? I would rather have Jimmy G full career over Dak Prescott full career on my team because of the Niners. But
because he made it to the Super Bowl because of the defense and running game.
Dak could completely crap the bed against the Eagles, which I know 2 minutes ago I was just talking about.
the script was switched.
Listen, I'm saying everything I need to say because we're going to edit this to make it seem like I know what I'm talking about.
We?
Yeah. I've edited the last 2 weeks. We have a new schedule where I'm more involved in the editing. Hey, they don't know it's family business.
Last time, I didn't notice it until I watched the film back where it was like,
I'm going to edit.
And then I looked down, I'm like, yeah, he's going to edit. And then he's like,
he never edited.
Listen. He never edited.
It's a lot.